Chat, episode 3. Are you a master? That's the topic today. Had an interesting conversation with somebody overseas, and we were talking about a particular Kung Fu teacher. And it's funny how in the Kung Fu world there's so much stories and gossip going around, and it's hard to ever tell what's true. So whenever I hear something, if I'm really concerned enough, I'll just call the person directly and ask them, But this particular person asked me, is this Kung Fu teacher at your school teaching? I said, no. So apparently he had seen pictures from 3 years ago when the teacher was visiting. And, maybe people said, I'm learning from this person. I have no idea. But the question was, is this other teacher really a master? And whenever I hear people refer to themselves or refer to anybody in the Kung Fu world as a master, I kind of chuckle a little bit. Speaking Chinese, Cantonese language, pretty good, almost fluent, and learning a little bit more about our terminology. For example, Sifu meaning teacher. Some people think it means master. Or Si Heng, Si Jie. These are all family terms. And the reason why they're family terms is to remind the individual that your family is more important than any skill set that you may achieve. Because the body was not going to last forever. Your skills may not last forever, but your family is forever. So, people who are senior to you, you must always respect them. Now, I always think about it like in a regular family. We all have that uncle or that cousin or whatever that you love, but you might not take financial advice from them, or you might not take, life advice from them, but you still love and respect them. So that is the same exact thing that we're supposed to be having in the Kung Fu world. We're supposed to respect each other like a family and not forget that bond that we're supposed to have. Now, one of the big problems I see is that, the students are all listening and they're trying to follow and learn and be correct in the martial art type etiquette, but the Sifus aren't. A lot of the Sifus are taking advantage of the situation and being able to sit at that high chair. And, I think some teachers are into the martial arts, as a business for the attention and for the affection that they're getting. They feel needed, you know what I mean? And it's nice to feel loved and needed, don't get me wrong, but you have to be passionate about helping other people too. So, when he asked me, is this guy a master? I don't know what you're talking about. Like, master as in master of the house, like how they use in England. Maybe that's what it was originally intended for. Well, there can only be one master of the house. Who's in charge of the house? Okay, then that might be correct. Or master, like master's degree. Are we really trying to equate Kung Fu and fighting to being a rocket scientist or a doctor? I don't think it's that technical. You know what I'm saying? There are some Sifu who try to really mystify the martial arts, and I've been reading some people lately writing long-winded posts that really don't say anything. In my opinion, it's better to say less and mean more, even though I'm also a fan of talking, as you guys probably already know. But, it's about doing and about being involved in it. And, the relationship with your Kung Fu family is family. And as a Sifu, I try not to do what the bad Sifus have done in the past, like blacklist people or be angry at people when they want to leave and follow their own path. You can't get angry. The only thing you could do is look inside and go, what could have I done better? And that's the real reality of it. And if we all don't really start looking at how can we do things better, how can we treat people better, how can we make a better experience for everybody, then people are going to be looking at this vlog right now going, oh wow, here's one of the old ancient Kung Fu masters, because it's an extinct style, an extinct practice, because nobody's going to do it. Because instead of thinking about people, we're thinking about lineages and techniques and philosophies. And if these lineages, techniques, and philosophies do not relate and help the people of today, they will become a dead art. Something to think about. So for those of you that are still wondering about, are you a master? I said, well, I don't know if anybody really is. I don't know what the master. I mean, yeah, he's a teacher, right? He taught all of you. You accepted him as a Sifu, right? And Sifu is skill father. A chef. The head chef is the Sifu of the kitchen. You know, the head mechanic is the Sifu of the mechanics bay. It's a very important term because it means that you're accepting this person as the head of that skill, and you're going to accept orders from them. Now, in the olden times, the Kung Fu way was you wouldn't call the Sifu until you had the Bai Si ceremony. And I've talked about this before, but better to hear it again. So in the beginning, you would just say Lo Si. Lo Si is like elder, skilled elder, like, you know, somebody who's, you know, learned before you. And if this person in Kung Fu, this teacher will accept you as a student, you do a ceremony where you serve tea, and then he will allow you to call him Sifu. You know, this is like a ceremony saying, okay, I promise to teach you everything, and you promise to be loyal to the school and uphold the, you know, the honor of the integrity of the school. And it's really a two-way street. You know, a lot of people are mad at their students for leaving and mad at their students for doing different things, when in reality they should be saying, what did I do that was so terrible to drive some of these very important people away? So don't forget, if you are a Sifu, you should hold yourself first to the higher standard. And when people aren't happy with what you're doing, don't get mad. Look inside, do a check. Is there something you could do better? And are you growing? Because in my opinion, if you call yourself a master, you've capped it off at the very top, and there's nowhere else for you to grow. So think about that. I hope you guys enjoy this. Comment, like, share, and I hope you guys have a great day. Kung Fu Car Chat, Joe Keit.